Welcome to Mainland Television Regional News. I'm Graham O'Brien, and in today's news, local business clocked at 68 years, Te Tai Tonga Māori MP Te Rekatana in town, and much more. Businesses in Nelson have come and gone over the decades, but one family business, which began decades ago, has gone from strength to strength, providing people with what has become known as a reliable brand. A useful thing to know as a customer making what could be the second biggest purchase of a lifetime. Now with a birthday approaching in the mid-year to bring in 68 years of local business. Chrissy Small spoke with CEO of Bowater Motors, Tony Bowater, in Nelson this week to talk about the history of this highly successful family business.
We're down here at Bowater Toyota. Now there's a few Bowaters around town. We're here with Tony Bowater. Tony, there's a bit of history with the Bowater family and motor cars. When did it begin?
Yes, Christy, there's certainly a lot of history with the Bowater Motor Group. In 1947, the Bowater Motor Group was founded with my grandfather and a very good friend of his, Bill Clifford. I can only imagine they were returning back from the war and probably talking on the boat on the way back. You would have had a bit of time on your sides and discussing what they're going to do next, and decided to open a motor engineering and electrical shop in Nelson, right down in the central city here, and that was the beginning of it all.
Gosh, and look, it's expanded. Now, obviously, there's been a few big family names involved in the motor industry, but the Bowaters are the ones that have come out on top.
Well, yeah, and it's a matter of being able to move with the market, also looking at new endeavours and grabbing new opportunities as they come along. Like in 1947, Grandad Ray managed to achieve the standard Vanguard franchise, which at the time was quite unique and all the rest of it. And through the years we've grown to have over 16 franchises at one individual time, with Volvo and Jaguar and Alfa and Renault and VW and Datsun and Honda. And then we saw a need with the growing families to adopt, and we managed to negotiate with the Vining family to purchase into what was Vining and Scott at the time, and grow from there, and then eventually purchased the Vining family out of the business. So we were Bowater Vining for a while. That got us the Honda franchise and also some Morris franchises at the time, which were unique to the area, and we really saw growth in those industries. And we managed to buy the Vining family out and move on. We still had the Clifford family involved with us right up until the late 80s, early 90s, where we saw the need to diversify and consolidate what we were doing, and the Clifford family chose to go their way, and we hung on to the Honda franchise, and we'd acquired the Toyota franchise at that stage. In fact, the showroom we're in now, we had the grand opening in 1991, and we've been here ever since. And we've, since that time, seen opportunities with Hyundai and Isuzu, bringing them on board with our acquisitions, and we've also got Mag and Turbo on board. So we're looking at what we can offer our clients in the community that will better serve them in the future, and it's been, the community's been a big part of the Bowater Motor Group and how it's grown. I mean, my father and his brothers were all very successful sportsmen in the Nelson community, in the rugby field and the cricket field, and that representing Nelson in many facets, and I really look at that as being unique as to what at the time of our fledgling company really gave us the growth and the start that we needed. So bringing that through to what we do today, how do we be involved in the community? How can we put back into the community that's been so good to us? And it is really a win-win situation for us, and that's why the Bowater Motor Group today is heavily involved in many different sporting endeavours, different community organisations, different charity organisations that we can throw some support behind to benefit the community of Nelson Tasman region. So we're really enjoying being part of the community.
Now, Tony, 68 years of being involved in the community, that's got to be one of the longest durations for a local family to be in business.
Yeah, well, let's just get it straight. I haven't been involved for 68 years. I'm not. I may look at the industry is good like that, but yeah, no, it is. It's quite unique, and I'm the third generation in the company. We've now got fourth generation members in the company working on a daily basis, which is really unique and great to see that all the family members have that growth aspirations for the company that we're here to create and continue in a successful business model. So it is, I'm very, very honoured and humbled to be part of it. In fact, so much so that last year Bowater Toyota achieved the Dealer of the Year recognition for Toyota New Zealand and achieved our Parts and Accessories Excellence Cup and New Vehicle Excellence trophies along the way. So it's growing from strength to strength. It's continuing to change and develop. We certainly see growth aspirations in the future for us, and we're here for the long term, not the short term, and I think that's what's really unique.
Well, it's obvious that the businesses has been here long term and it's not going anywhere in a hurry. And all I can see is expansion. So it's going well. Yeah,
well, we truly believe in there is no best, only better. And so that's all a matter of continually improving what we do, and that's today it's continually improving what we do for our clients and customers so that we have our clients as ambassadors for us, and they're part of our family and unique to what makes Nelson such a unique place.
And of course, with the technology changing as it is, you guys seem to be right up there with all that brand new technology.
Yeah, well, we're very fortunate with the brands that we have, that they are leading and have led for quite some time in research and development. Toyota itself, it spends more money on research and development than any other motor company, and it's really prevalent in their hybrid technology. I'm currently driving a Lexus NX 300h hybrid. That vehicle's a stunning car and achieving great fuel efficiency, but it's more than that. It's also the environmentally friendly with the CO2 emissions, which are very low. The carbon footprint of those cars are very low. We've been here for a long time, and we continue to look at growth and looking to be here for a lot further, and doing that through our interaction with the community and our customers and clients alike. So yeah, no, thank you very much for recognising it.
Yeah, well, happy birthday for 68 years coming up very soon.
We'll look at really celebrating our 70th, so in a couple of years we'll really make a big song and dance about it.
The Tere Katanea family has given significant parliamentary service to Māori in Te Waipounamu and Labour in the Southern Māori electorate since 1932 to 1996. The latest family member to enter the political ring is Rino Tere Katanea, who, being relatively new to politics, won his seat in Parliament for Labour in Te Tai Tonga in 2011. Now representing the largest electorate in the country, his whakapapa is Ngā Tahu and Ngāti Hine. Chrissy Small caught up with Rino this weekend in our mainland studio.
Rino Tere Katanea, it's a real pleasure to have you in the studio today. Now, what brings you back to Nelson?
Oh, well, Nelson's a favourite part of my vast electorate in Te Tai Tonga, and down here for the day, catching up on constituent matters and just catching up on, seeing what's happening here in Nelson.
Well, I see you've brought the weather with you. It's a bit murky out there.
Yes, it's lovely and sunny here, and we're basking in the glow of Nelson. So it's great to be here. Yeah. And it's nice to have a little bit of precipitation outside.
Well, actually, we do need it. Everything's rather dry.
Indeed. It's like that right throughout the south, actually. So, it's welcome.
Right. Now, look, we've had a new change of leadership in the Labour Party since you were last here. How's that all going?
It's going really well. Andrew settled in as our leader, and he's doing a great job. I like his, just his forthrightness, and he's a real solid individual. And we both came in the 2011 intake into Parliament, and so he's had a rapid rise. I'm sort of pacing myself, but it's great to be part of the team.
Yeah, well, you're the steady one as she goes behind the great man, aren't you?
Totally. Yes.
You know, look, he's of course had the union background, so he's well known within the working structure of New Zealand. And do you think that's been one of his advantages?
Oh, definitely. he might be relatively new into Parliament, but he's a very experienced politician. He's led the EPMU union nationally, and he was, president of the Labour Party. So he's had all the positions and all the training and background, and that's why he's slotted in so well. And I think he provides a really good, steady hand and really good morale that we have within our team, and we're really just looking forward to, working hard over the next couple of years.
Right, now there's obviously a lot of issues that he's having to look at and around Labour and how Labour's going to go into the next election. Can you give us any tips on what we can expect for the next election?
Well, I think you can expect us being, a lot more active around the regions. I think, the recent result up in Northland has really shown that, there is a mighty lot of people around the country, not just in Auckland, concentrated in Auckland, but right across the regions. And we want to make sure that we are, understanding and connecting with the people and their unique issues in the various regions around the country. So that's one area I know that we'll be putting a lot of effort into over the next 2 years.
Right. Now, one of the questions that one of my colleagues would like me to ask is the TPP. It's got a lot of growing support against the New Zealand signing into it under the leaked documents that have been leaked have shown that there is some risks to our country as far as sovereignty goes and the legal standing of this agreement. What is Labour's stance on the TPP?
Well, just like the lights in the studio are nice and bright, we need to shine some light on the TPP. And we need to be participating in free trade agreements, but we need to know what the details are. I think there are some good aspects in terms of what it can do for our country, but there are also a lot of concerns that we have. For instance, losing our single purchaser of medicines and Pharmac, or the fact that we might lose our sovereignty and being able to be sued by big corporations. We just do not know what the details are or the impacts that it's going to have, and so that's one thing that we want to do is make sure that make sure that the text is open, not after the deal's done, but we need to be able to give it close scrutiny so we can make sure that, we do get the best deal for New Zealand.
Right. Now, we've just had the election up north, and of course our good mate Winston Peters has taken the helm up there, which must be, Labour must be quite pleased about this whole thing.
Oh, very pleased. In the scheme of things, it's very important that the government now has lost a seat, and so some far-reaching reforms that I think that they thought that they had the numbers to push through over the balance of this term, they'll be struggling with, such as the RMA and other pieces of legislation. So it's really good in that regard, and I think it has highlighted the fact that we need to focus on the regions. It's not all about Auckland. It's not all about the big urban centres. But if I think of Nelson, this is a major export-producing region of New Zealand. It does contribute to our GDP, and it does pay its fair share of tax. And I think people here in Nelson, just like everywhere else around the country, have a right to know exactly what they're getting in return in terms of government services and support for community organisations and the like. So it's put all of those things back into play. And good old Winston, he is the most experienced politician. I do admire him as a senior statesman in Parliament, and he's really turned things around, and it's showing that this government is vulnerable. I mean, if they can lose a 9,000 seat plus majority in the space of a few months, it does go to show that anything's possible.
The Crippled Children's Society, known as CCS, was first established to help children who had polio. Thankfully, in New Zealand, parents no longer have to worry about this terrible disease. However, there are still children with disabilities that need help and parents who need the support of what is now CCS Disability Action. This Friday is a milestone for this organisation, and I talked with Dave Whitehurst about this special occasion and how the Nelson community can be involved. Dave, thanks for taking the time to talk to us. You guys down here at the CCS Disability Action do a fantastic job for the community, and I know that it's a big day on Friday. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it is, Graham. It's our 80th birthday, and we're celebrating 80 years of supporting people living with disabilities in New Zealand. Yeah.
And what's your big plans for celebrations on Friday?
Well, Friday afternoon we're starting at 2:00 with an unveiling. We're having some fence panels put across the front fence, which is basically going to be a timeline of the 80 years of CCS's history. And we're going to have afternoon tea and hopefully get a few people down here and support us. Yeah, it should be good.
Yeah, no, that'd be really good to see people come down and support the community. We understand CCS Disability Action supports children with disabilities. It must be a very hard job. What about the parents? Is there a lot of support for the parents?
There is a lot of support for the parents. We support the parents through their children having disabilities and anyone around someone living with a disability. We also we do children and families. We supported independent living, so we help disabled people live their own lives, live their own lives out in the community. And part of my job is also to try and find employment for people living with a disability. So it's also about the re-education of employers and the community as a whole, really. Yeah.
Sure, and it must be very hard for parents with children with disabilities to actually get out there and work. Does that limit their ability to make more money and make the life easier?
It does, yeah. It's very hard for them because obviously, at least one of the parents has to stay at home a lot of the time looking after the person with a disability. So they're really affected by it themselves as well, personally, yeah.
Which rolls on to having less for the children?
That's right, yeah. Financially it's very hard for the whole family, let alone just the person living with a disability, yeah.
Hey Dave, thanks very much for your time and great effort. Thanks very much on behalf of the community for all the work that you do.
Thanks very much for coming down. Thanks. Cheers.
If you are in town Friday the 10th at 2 p.m, pop along to 65 Trafalgar Street and celebrate 80 years with those that help the most vulnerable in our community. If you've noticed that we've had a change on one of our channels, you'd be right. The Yes Shop has come to Nelson Tasman region via Mainland's TV Channel 4. Viewers will now be able to tune in on the latest bargains that Yes Shop has to offer. Mainland TV director Gary Watson said that Yes Shop have joined the Mainland TV digital platform as they see this as an opportunity for Nelson shoppers to be able to shop without leaving the home. Nelson's Natural Environment is proposed to receive a funding injection of more than $500,000 a year in the draft long-term plan. Nelson's Nature Program of Work will use a much more extensive and targeted approach to manage Nelson's region's natural resources, including urban and rural waterways, native bush, significant natural areas and coastal habitats. 10 initial projects will make up the program as put forward by the Nelson Biodiversity Forum and Council. The proposed program includes activities like increased animal, pest and weed control, particularly in areas with high biodiversity values, more riparian fencing and planting to reduce contamination of rural waterways and encouraging landowners to retire unproductive land, implement pest control and plant native species to provide habitat and food for native wildlife. Nelson Mayor Rachel Reese said that these projects aim to protect and enhance Nelson's biodiversity. She encourages people to have their say on Nelson nature through the submission process for the long-term plan. Submissions are open until midday Tuesday, 28th of April. Everyone loves finding treasure, and this weekend there is treasure galore up for grabs at Melrose House. I managed to take Angela Kunohan away from unpacking the treasure for a few minutes to tell us about this weekend's antique sale fundraiser. Angela, thanks very much for taking time to talk to us. We can see that you're very busy here setting up for the weekend. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on this weekend?
Yes, absolutely. Every year Melrose House runs a treasure sale. It's an annual event run in conjunction with the Nelson City Council's Heritage Week. So every year we set about collecting wonderful little treasures and antiques to sell at this sale. And basically people come along one weekend of the year, which is this coming weekend, and we sell all these beautiful little goodies. We're very lucky with what we have this year. We've got some great little finds. Everything we raise, all the money goes back into the house. So each year the Board of Trustees decide on projects and upkeep for the interior of the house, and the money that we raise goes directly back into those projects, so it's really exciting.
Yeah, it looks like you've got lots of little things that have come out of nooks and crannies. Have you?
Yeah, there's some quite unusual things that turn up on the doorstep, and I mean, it really is great to see that the community gets in behind us and supports such a great old house. A lot of Nelsonians, they know about Melrose, but I think it just gets a bit buried in the back of their old memory there. So having something like a treasure sale reminds people that we're here and encourages them to come up and enjoy the house that every Nelsonian owns and is a part of. So yeah, the treasure sale is a great way to just remind people of that, and of course to help raise some funds.
Yeah, and everyone loves to come and find old treasure.
Yes, yeah, and that old adage of what is it? Someone's junk is someone else's treasure. It definitely works here. There are some real treasures coming out this year, some of which we haven't unpacked, and because they're donated throughout the year, it's always quite a surprise, almost like opening Christmas presents.
Is there any project in particular that you've got in mind from this fundraiser?
Oh, that's a very good question, actually. We have actually just completed a major project, which was the strengthening and redoing of our chimneys. So, yes, major that we've gone ahead and done. The council has certainly been really supportive with that, coming up with a lot of funds. But due to some of those works, we've also got a few things that we need to patch up. We really want to redo the ceiling in this room, in our drawing room. It's a magnificent old room, and we really need to make sure that it's looking sharp and bringing this old lady back to how she was all those years ago.
Angela, thanks very much for your time, and thanks very much on behalf of the community for keeping Melrose House looking so fantastic.
It's my pleasure. I feel very lucky to be able to do it. Yeah, thank you.
After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.
Hi everyone, I'm Malcolm Harris from the Facilitators. We now look after sales for mainland TV, radio, Sky and online. New Zealand On Air's latest Colmar Brunton survey confirms mainland's large multimedia audience. If you're in business or want to put a message out to everyone in the Nelson Tasman region, plus nationwide on Sky or worldwide online, please give me a call or see our website at www.mainlandtv.nz.
I'm Francis from Nelson Auto Glass. We repair all auto glass, stone chips, windscreen replacements, scratch removal.
If you have an auto glass issue, our team will sort it.
Nelson Auto Glass Specialists, 84 Vanguard Street, Nelson.
.1 The Shed.
Are you looking for a scooter, walker, wheelchair, baby seats or pushchairs? Then come in and see the Nelson Region Specialists at Mobility for You, 269 Queen Street, Richmond, opposite the library. We have a huge selection of scooters, walkers, wheelchairs and accessories, along with a free booklet guide. We also provide a breakdown service if you ever get a puncture or a flat battery. We have fully equipped service vans to rescue you. Hi, I'm Robin Jordan and I invite you to call in and see the friendly team at Mobility for You, 269 Queen Street, Richmond, opposite the library.
Why would you want to pay as much as $1,000 for a single bed mattress when you can buy a high quality locally made mattress like this for as little as $220? And a queen size mattress could cost you in excess of $3,000, but at Nelson Beds you could have a mattress like this as low as $425. So why would you go out and spend a fortune on your child's bedroom when you can come to Nelson Beds and buy a complete single mattress and base set, a 7-drawer Scotch chest, a headboard and a 3-drawer bedside cabinet for as little as $979? So call and discuss our custom manufacturing options and local after sales service at Nelson Beds, Nelson's only bedding manufacturer.
Mai Tai quiz is set on the new section of the Mai Tai Walkway, and you can do it as a fun Easter holiday activity with the whole family and be in to win a prize by matching the native plants to the numbered locations. This runs through till the 17th of April. For more information, please go to the link below. In the temporary Suta Art Gallery at 28 Halifax Street, the exhibition Minkisi Art and Belief in West and Central Africa, a presentation of masks and statues from West and Central Africa delivering messages about culture, traditions, histories and beliefs. It is running until the 12th of April. On behalf of the team here at Mainland Television News, thank you for joining us, and we'll bring you the latest news and events from around the region again tomorrow.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
Hi, my name's Ian Mortimer. Mortimer Auto Upholstery is your one-stop shop for all your upholstery needs. We do car and boat interiors, boat canopies, ute tonneau covers, canvas and PVC fabrication. Call in and see us in Oxford Mews, 72 Oxford Street, Richmond.
O2B Healthy.
Lifestyle, diet and exercise, complemented with quality supplements, can provide you the insurance vital for your natural health and well-being. With over 10 years professional experience making some of New Zealand's most trusted nutritional supplement brands, visit the O2B Healthy Factory Outlet in Wakatu Industrial Estate. Over 200 supplements to choose from, free on-site parking, no middleman.
O2B Healthy. Caring for you naturally.
Discover the Belgrove Tavern just 20 minutes south of Richmond on State Highway 6. A restaurant, functions, weddings, barbecue, garden bar with lots of room for kids. Come in, see us. World War I was a defining period in our history, impacting greatly on the lives of people from the Nelson province. Memories of the First World War is an exhibition which will be displayed in a number of regional venues and is currently on at the Nelson Provincial Museum.
We're the team at JCar, right here in Nelson, 120 Hardy Street. Our shop is full of electronic items,
including security alarm systems, electronic components,
solar and power,
electronics toys,
sound systems, cables and much, much more.
JCar. 120 Hardy Street, Nelson.
Why would you want to pay as much as $1,000 for a single bed mattress when you can buy a high quality locally made mattress like this for as little as $220? And a queen size mattress could cost you in excess of $3,000, but at Nelson Beds you could have a mattress like this as low as $425. So why would you go out and spend a fortune on your child's bedroom when you can come to Nelson Beds and buy a complete single mattress and base set, a 7-drawer Scotch chest, a headboard and a 3-drawer bedside cabinet for as little as $979? So call and discuss our custom manufacturing options and local after sales service at Nelson Beds, Nelson's only bedding manufacturer.
I'm Francis from Nelson Auto Glass. We repair all auto glass, stone chips, windscreen replacements, scratch removal.
If you have an auto glass issue, our team will sort it.
Nelson Auto Glass Specialist, 84 Vanguard Street, Nelson.
Nelson Tire Center. Great prices, great service. Buy your own Bryford trailer. All types, all sizes. See Colin Douglas for your tires and batteries.
I'm Larry London from VOA Music Mix, bringing you news on the hour from around the world, plus music 24/7, from the latest hits to those classic favorites to jazz on Saturday mornings, plus much, much more. You can contact us by Googling Mainland TV or follow us on Facebook. Cheers from the team at Mainland Radio 1 and VOA Music Mix. O2B Healthy.
Lifestyle, diet and exercise, complemented with quality supplements, can provide you the insurance vital for your natural health and well-being. With over 10 years professional experience making some of New Zealand's most trusted nutritional supplement brands, visit the Otaby Healthy Factory outlet in Wakatu Industrial Estate. Over 200 supplements to choose from, free on-site parking, no middleman.
O2B Healthy. Caring for you naturally.